Hey, yo, what it is, man? We back with another one. My name is BT, and this is Burn After Rolling. Today, we got a special guest in the building, man. Community activist, rapper, you know what I mean, fashion designer, you know what I mean? My man's just a super nigga, man, if you will, you know what I mean? Shout out to my dog, So Rich. What's goody, my boy?
Peace and blessings, family. King.
What's going on, King? Talk to
Everything
me,
healthy,
man.
everything healthy, man. Everything healthy. I mean, I'm happy to be here, man. So Rich takeover. Usually I come through, I take over, I bring them all.
Yeah, listen,
But
we
I'm
don't,
just coming to build, take over those.
we come in peace, bro. We come in peace. I don't, you know what I mean? You look
Nah,
like you
that's
put a
what I
couple niggas in a headlock and you're dead.
Nah, man. I try to uplift the people. Sometimes, though, get out of line.
You gotta. I think
Keep a
that
balance.
exactly. I think you have to rule with. You have to. I think that you should love with the utmost grace, and then you should, when you do have to bring the pain, bring the fucking pain. You know what I'm saying? No funny shit, no tough guy shit, none of that. Like, I think you should rule with an iron fist and fucking love with the heart of an angel type shit.
Nah, no question. I mean, they say, like, sometimes in order to get the peace, you got to go to war.
100%. Rick Ross said, "You gotta destroy before you elevate."
Mm.
You know what I mean? Oh. That was a bad one.
You feel me?
But let's talk about you though. Let's get to the beginning. So Rich,
Talk to me.
from Freeport.
Yeah, Port Knox, Cashport. That's on my hat.
Let's
Original.
What was the experience like being out there?
Ah, man. Like, I mean, just to take it from the beginning, right quick. I mean, the Port is a beautiful place, right? But for me, growing up, when we was growing up, you got the north side and then you got the south side.
Yeah,
and at that time, like, the gang population was crazy, right? So, like, you got, like, Bloods, which was cool, right? And then you got, like, MS, which was cool. But at that time, MS was crazy. Like, they had, like, a large portion of the Port on Smash. So, like, 7th grade, 8th grade, just to get to school, you had to kind of like cross multiple territories. So a lot of time we used to get like some of my Spanish brothers, some of the Spanish gangs, they used to come out machetes. A lot of times it was MS, they coming out machetes, grown men, and they was chasing us down. So like that kind of, just right there, I'm going to school, we not even thinking about school. And that kind of forced us
survival
to kind of come out a little bit early and just like, fight for it. Like we fought to walk home.
Now growing up at that time, I mean, were you into bullshit or were you just kind of trying to live your life?
Nah, we was just living. we was 12.
Yeah.
Right? We was 12. Like we was going to dog. We was going to
Yeah, but you could be nigga trust. You could be 12 and be on a whole lot of bullshit.
So that's what I'm saying. That's like part of it. Like you don't really understand what it is that you living. You just kind of living. So now as I look back, like damn, our life was crazy, right? Like I look back at that summer from 7th grade going to 8th grade, like we had wild stolen cars. We used to have like 10 stolen cars lined up on the block, BT, Babylon Turnpike. Like we was like, we was 12, 13, we was just mobbing. Like anybody that was around at that time, like my peoples, my bros, like they know. And that was just regular to us. So I guess you could say, yeah, like we, that was regular.
I feel that. How was it in the crib?
Oh, the crib is beautiful, man. Shout out to, I mean, it's like this, right?
It was
like
mom and dad situation.
Nah, like so many of us, I ain't, like my father was not there. It was never there. Like so many of us. So a lot of us grew up without fathers. And then we got our mothers, trying to teach us how to be men, but your mom can't really teach you how to be a man, right? Like 100%, a man got to teach you how to be a man, or you have to go through trials and tribulations and get that understanding for yourself. So I went to the streets to learn how to be a man, and me and my friends, me and my brothers, kind of learn from each other.
Yeah, type shit.
Like man.
You ain't never have no OGs type shit in the neighborhood?
Nah, like I had older dudes that I rock with, but nah, I ain't really had no OG. Nah, like me.
Not necessarily OG, but like that guy that you.
Nah. I had my friends, my peer group.
And so were you never like sought out that male figure per se?
Nah, it was like us. It was us, right? Like if you was my man and you were good with the ladies, I learned it from you. Shout out to my bro. Yeah, I learned. And if you was my man and you had a mean knuckle check, I learned that from you. And if you was my man and you was good in math and all that, or you was good with hustling, I learned that from you.
Yeah.
And really, growing up, we was beefing with the older dudes. So I had love. Like the older dudes had love for me, and like they showed me love, but that's because we gave it up. But I never had an older dude from my community really like put me under the wing, like, yo, bro,
That's crazy.
Listen, this how you live, this how you get money. But also when we was growing up, we was wilding, like we kind of we took over. So like
I feel you, but like you don't feel that your community did you a disservice by not.
So let me say this.
Person
so let me say this. I was in the streets hard body, right? When I was 19, when I was 17, I got arrested for 2 crack sales, right? I started selling crack at 16. You know, like at that time it was good. I pulling up different V's in high school, just getting a lot of money, right? At a young age. After about a year selling crack, I made a conscious decision to stop selling crack because I wanted to go. At that time, I had already been in jail for a string of armed robberies. I wanted to go to college. I wanted to go to school. I wanted to graduate.
What'd you want to go for?
I don't even remember what I wanted to go for at the time, right? I don't even think I knew because I was still in the street. I just wanted to do that.
It just sounded like
I just wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I was always an outside of the box type of person. I just wanted to do that. And right before I had the chance to do that, like I just registered and everything, the D's came looking for me.
Oh shit.
Picked me up outside of my man's crib on Main Street in the port, and I had 2 crack sales. Right, so when I came home, I did like a year and some change, like a year and a half. They gave me a 1 flat, but I was already on probation, so I had to do 6 months for probation. I came home.
You did 6 months up top? Or you did like a shock type shit?
No. I went up top, but by the time I was in the county jail for so long, by the time I went up top, I went through
you had time served type.
Yeah, shit. I went through not Downstar. I went through Ulster, and I came home.
Okay.
Right, and at that time I was already like one of the most official dudes from where I'm from, and I was tired. I was tired of selling crack. I was tired of looking over my shoulder for either police or dudes trying to get with me because I done got with dudes in the past. So I wanted to do something different. So I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have a positive role model. But when I was 19 and I came home from that bid, I did. I met a gentleman named Sergio Argueta and Mia, right? That's Mia's a thought. At that point, I met them. They were a part of an organization called Strong, struggling to reunite our new generation. So they work with youth who were street and gang involved, and they offered me a job. They say, yo, listen, I got a job for you, but this is the criteria of the job. You have to have been to jail before. You have to have been in the streets or some type of activity before, right? So I said, oh shit, I'm perfect for the job. Right? But I should be the boss. But really what it was it was a program that was offering financial incentive to try to take you from off the streets and provide them with different type of opportunities and resources. So I went in like it's a job, but I walked into like a family of people that was really trying to help me change my mind and help me reach my greatest potential and all that, right? So I attribute a lot to them, and a lot of my transformation throughout my life, I attribute that to Strong and to them. So those were when the positive mentors and role models came into my life. At 19, I started like my mom, right? At 19. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you feared for your life most of your life?
Nah. But could I have got killed? Yeah. Was my life in danger? Absolutely. Is my life still in danger? Yeah. Do I fear? Nah. I just live how I live.
You so you do the thing at 19. You obviously you ended up doing another.
Can I cut you off right quick?
Talk to me.
You know what I fear?
What do you fear?
Not living life to my fullest potential. I fear not being successful. I fear not stretching myself to my fullest capacity and being the best that I could be. That's what I fear. And because I fear that, I can't fear nothing else. Because anything else, fear dude, fear be, fear will get in the way of me being the greatest that I could be. What you saying?
So you said at 19 you met these people. And obviously you ended up catching another situation in between that.
Yeah. Caught 2 situations.
What was why didn't you, like, I know you made a conscious decision at that point, but why didn't you make the full transition? Like, because I'll tell you this, from my personal experiences dealing with what I deal with, when I said fuck it, it was fuck it, and I dropped. I mean, like I said, I was never, you was knee deep. I was probably ankle deep, you know what I'm saying? I dropped it and I said, fuck it, I'm done. Never again.
What did you say, fuck?
For trapping. As far as trapping.
And how old were you?
I was 20, I was 20-something. I was about 24, maybe.
So
25.
they say the brain doesn't fully develop an average individual until 25.
Okay.
When I got arrested, I was 21. On
Okay.
top of that, it's like, yo, really what you, so sometimes I like to break certain questions down. Really what you asking me is, why didn't you turn your back on everything that you knew and understood up to that point in your life? And when you frame it like that, it's very difficult. Like
it is, but it's fucked up, but it got to be done. Unfortunately, sometimes.
Yeah. It had to be done. For me, I had to go to jail for a very long time, and I had to experience some things for it to be done for me. So I strive to make that attempt. I strive to make that transition, but like the distractions kept coming. For example, I was working. I was so proud of myself at that time at 19 because I wasn't selling no drugs, right? And I didn't have any beef where I felt like it was like,
I'm gonna get to
it was on site.
Yeah, type shit.
I was chilling.
Yeah.
So I give you a story. One day I was in a car and I happened to see my man's little sister walking with a gentleman that was very old at the time. Like, I found out he was about 35 and she was about 13 at the time.
Oh, whoa.
So right then and there, so this one of my best friends, my right hand man. So that didn't seem right and exact to me. So I stopped the car, told yo, stop the car, woof, and I jumped out and I approached the both of them like, yo, what's going on, sis? How you doing? How you feeling? You good? And she's like, yeah, I'm good. And I'm like, yo, what's going on, bro? What's going on here? And he's like, yeah, no, I'm just walking her. She just walking with me. And I'm like, I didn't really understand that. Like, what you mean she walking with you? Yeah. I'm like, yo, she 13. It's like, it's my little sis. She 13. What are you doing walking with her? Like, you're not a family member. What are you doing walking with her? And he didn't really have an answer. He didn't really have an answer for me. So now I just would have took her, put her in the V, and brought her home. But at that time, I was a hothead, so I smacked him. And
I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at that.
Nah, I mean you can't be. But like
but
I
the court
said,
of law.
Nah, yeah. So let me tell you, so I smacked him, whoa, whatever the case may be. And I'm not glorifying, it just is what it is, right? I smacked him, boom.
Listen,
and he was a big guy.
I shake your hand for smacking a pedo. Fuck it, fuck the pedos, man. Fuck the pedos, dog.
Right. So after that, he kind of, whatever happened, like he fell, whatever, and he was like kind of looking at me, and I'm like, yo, listen, get in a car, take me home. That was it. So I remember this like yesterday. It was the 4th of July. Me, my brother Newhaf, shout out to Newhaf. It's my brother that's part of the family. We were waiting for the train. We was about to go to Jamaica Ave. I needed to get some things for 4th of July. I need to get some drip right quick or whatever the case may be. And I remember seeing the police coming to the parking lot. Woof, woof. And usually when I see police, I get low at that time. But I'm so confident.
Oh man.
Cause I ain't been doing no dirt, you feel me? So I'm so confident. And and I'm hot where I'm from. So I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15 cars coming. And I'm super confident. This the one time I see 15 cop cars and I'm confident. I'm like, oh, we good money. So I'm talking up, chilling up, yeah. Right? So we chilling and talking to my man and I just feel somebody tap me on my shoulder, man. And I turn around, it's a cop. And I'm Bumba and I'm still confident though. Like, what's going on? And then as I'm looking at him, I look behind him.
Oh no.
And I see the dude that I smacked a week and a half ago.
He did it.
Before he even said that, then it computed.
Oh man.
So then the cop grabbed me. So once I did the calculation, he grabbed me, tried to put my hand behind my back, so I took off. Cause I'm like, yo, I ain't going back to jail.
And we're home. Where was you at again now?
I was on top of the train station in Freeport.
Oh my God. How the fuck? You was at the train station. What the
train
fuck?
Station.
How? How did he catch you at the train station?
He saw me and he called them.
Oh, that
so check it.
Nigga.
So the officer grabbed me. Woo, so I'm nervous. I'm like, yo, I don't want to go back to jail. I ain't doing nothing. So I took off. So if you're familiar with the train station, it's like, it's a part where the steps is. So if you go to the left, you go to the right, it's very narrow. So I just happened to be running on the very narrow part and they already had it mapped out. So it was a cop already coming this way. So it was mine. I just came from jail. I'm a teenager. I'm big. I'm like a football player at that time. The cop coming head on with me, and I'm coming head on. And somebody got to get by. And at that point, I did like a little football juke. But like I said, it was a little bit of space. And like my shoulder hit his shoulder. And he fell. Yeah, because I was like a linebacker, right?
Assaulting an officer.
Yeah, so he fell. Woof. He fell on the tracks.
Sucky ass.
Yeah.
Oh, he fell on the track?
On the track.
Oh, no.
So now I keep it moving. And all I hear on the walkie-talkie is, officer down, officer down.
Oh,
So now as I'm running down the step, I'm like, officer down. Okay, they coming. They come. Life in
This
danger.
nigga
Now.
had 3 stars at this point.
My life, yeah, my life is in danger now. So I get to the parking lot. Now I'm running because I ain't trying to go back to jail, and I'm running because they might gun me down.
Yeah.
So I'm booking it through the parking lot. I see my man and his mom like looking like, oh my God. I got the whole force behind me with the guns drawn, and then in front of me, like the cars came, they cut me off, they jumped they jumped down with the guns. Officer down, officer down.
Oh, man.
And they just had me. You know, when they got you, they got you.
Mm-hmm.
So they had me, they backed me down, and they cuffed me, man. And you know, yeah, they put the foot in the neck. It was you know. At that time, like, they're gonna shoot me if it get crazy because one officer is already injured.
This is over 10 years ago when there wasn't cameras everywhere. So
that's a long time ago. This was probably like
they was definitely trying to get you.
This was like something, maybe 09 or something like that.
Yeah. That's get up out of there. Time.
09.
That's bad.
So I had a violation of parole because I was on parole. Remember, I came home. That's how I violated parole. And I had I bailed out, but parole still held me. Mm-hmm. But I still bailed out. I only had a year left. I did my violation, and I came home. That whole time I was up north, I had the open case. The open case was for assaulting an officer. So mind you, I just came home from a violation. Now they trying to give me 5 years. Fresh from up north, they trying to give me 5 years.
Nasty work.
For the assault on an officer. Mm-hmm. So, I'm not taking 5.
Of course not. Yeah.
So we go to court. I go fight it, man. I had a hell of a lawyer. Shout out to my lawyer, man. He's a very honorable man, black man. Doug Rankin, very honorable, very respectful.
Shout out Doug Rankin. I'd love to have you on the show.
Very good at what he does.
I'd love to have him on the
show.
And I'm
not. And when I'm talking about when I say what he does, he represents and he stands up for people, the little people.
That's amazing.
Right? Against the big system. Right? And he defended me, man, and I beat that case in a pretrial hearing. And the way I beat it was based off of the fruit of the poisonous tree doctrine. So the law, this law. So a lot of people be outside don't understand law. You have to for anybody that's outside, first and foremost, I urge you to rethink your steps and your movements because a lot of things that you probably doing is probably not worth it, and you don't want to have to spend any point of your life in prison.
Nope.
But if you will not heed to that information and you still strive to be outside for whatever reason, I respect it too because we all have our different life choices and we all have our different life circumstances. And we got to come to our own decisions. But if you choose to be outside, you have to understand the law. You have to understand the process. You have to understand the due process.
Number one, you got to know your rights.
You got to know your rights.
Because that shit, bro, I've personally, and I know you definitely, have had cops violate all rights or just try to snow you over on anything. Try to fuck you over on any little thing. You know what I mean?
Of course. We came up in the stop and frisk era.
Nasty work. But yeah, so, man, do you think that the system is designed to keep a former criminal in prison?
No.
Do you think it's actually?
I know that.
You think it's meant for rehab?
No, I know the system is designed to keep us down. Period. Yeah. I mean, like, listen. I ain't gonna lie. I thought I was coming here to have fun and chill, but we about to get serious.
Nah, bro, this is the shit that bro.
Nah, I mean,
so after rolling, bro, we talk about anything. Dog.
All right, so look, statistically, if we do the statistics just right quick, at baseline, the foundation to warehouse a prisoner in New York State prison is $80,000. It costs $80,000 at baseline, the lowest to house somebody in any New York State prison. That's somewhere to sleep. That's 3 meals a day. That's their clothes. And whatever programs that is said that they have to take. Okay, how much money do you think is allotted to each student in the school districts? For example, Hempstead or Uniondale, how much money do you think? If they put $80,000 to warehouse a prisoner, how much money do you think is allotted to a student in a school district? For example, Hempstead, or Quam, where we at? How much? Give me a number.
I say, knowing the fucked up shit in Long Island, especially a couple thousand, 10,000 max.
25,000.
25,000, okay.
Approximately.
That's...
And the numbers are the same across the border. They fluctuate, some a little higher, some a little lower. But I want you to think about that. If you invest $25,000, only $25,000 for a student to be successful, but then you'll turn around and invest at baseline $80,000. That $80,000 goes all the way up to $200,000. If we're talking about juvenile offenders, that goes all the way up to $200,000 off the rip. So if you follow the money and you see where we are investing our money, then clearly you will see that the system is designed for us, black and brown people, people of color, people who experience who live in impoverished
If you don't got
communities
the money,
to fail.
it's about the money really too. Yeah.
Right? So I know it's designed. And on top of that, you come home, you got a felon. Like, I had to build my empire from the ground up, and I had to believe in myself.
Yeah.
I couldn't even get a job at Home Depot. Home Depot denied me. I got a college degree, 4.0 GPA.
Wow.
Home Depot denied me a job when I came home. And at the time, I was already working with young people in the community, servicing as a servant of the people.
Mm.
And you telling me I can't lift no boxes for you? Eat it. No.
On the other end of the spectrum, I want to ask. You said the loopholes, things like that. You're talking about loopholes. I always say if it becomes a rule, it's meant to be broken. Like they will give you a way to break almost every rule, almost if you find the loophole.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking you.
Ask the question again.
Do you think that every rule or every law per se is designed to be broken if you know how to break it?
I mean, to put it another way, I think laws or rules are intentionally put in place for whatever reason, and I think that there are always ways. There are always ways to get around rules or laws. You just have to know and understand. It's like taxes, right? Like, the majority of us are tax-paying citizens, right? But very knowledgeable, and usually it's the wealthy understand the tax system in a way where the people who make the most money are paying the least amount of taxes.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Trump was good for that. Like, Trump told people that, and people was upset with him because of what he said, but in all reality, he just giving you the real sauce.
Yeah.
So, of course, yes, answer your question, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I feel like there has to be certain laws that no matter what, if you get convicted or if you get charged with this, you gotta be, you know what I mean? Like, there's no loopholes, there's no with or which way, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain, like I said, like you was talking about Homeboy. Let's just say that situation progressed. There's Homeboy walking with your little sis.
Yeah.
Let's say that situation progressed into them, doing some shit. 100% that nigga, no loopholes should save that nigga at all.
Yeah, I mean, we talk.
But the fucked up thing is, though, they're not to say that situation specifically, but there is niggas that's gotten off on shit just because of loopholes or just because of whatever.
Yeah, I mean, it's the ideal versus the reality. Because the way I think about it is like this, too. Like, the law could be the law, but who enforces the law? People. So if it's a person that just don't want to see you go down like that, then they're going to do what they got to do. The judge your man, and he going to do what he got to do.
Did you face judgment based, like, from, like, people that didn't really know you like that? Like, you were saying you couldn't get a job at Home Depot, other than that.
At what point in my life?
When you were basically in and out of jail.
Well, when I was in and out growing up as a teen, I wasn't really worried about the judgment because, like, I spent most of the time in my hood or in hoods, right? So where, like, the way I was moving was accepted. I was glorified. I was respected for the way that I moved. So because I wasn't striving to be a part of the larger society at that time, like, my judgment was positive. It was respect.
Do you ever regret going down the path and not really just sticking to, like, the college thing? You said you went to college, got a 4.0.
Well, yeah, I got that in jail, though.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I went to college a little bit out here, but I got that in jail.
Can you talk about that? Actually, fuck the last question. Can you talk about that? Because I was genuinely wanting to know about the education system, like, in jail.
Yeah, the education system in jail is amazing. It's not funded by the jails, outside funders. Like, for example, the education program that I was a part of was called the Cornell Prison Education Program.
Oh, wow. So you have a degree from Cornell?
Nah.
Okay.
So Cornell University, and more specifically, like, professors from Cornell, Cornell University funded it, and professors from Cornell volunteered their time to come to the prison system and teach college courses. That's how it started. Teach college courses. Once that became effective, the volunteers continued to volunteer, but the younger professors or PhD master students would get paid, something like to come in to create a whole program that was based around the prisoners. That was the best thing that was one of the best things that ever happened to me in my life.
That's fire though.
Yeah, because it's like this. Once I got to jail as a grown man, once I got to prison as a grown man, I had to think like, all right, it's a number of different things that's gonna make people look at me in a negative light before they ever get a chance to meet me on paper.
Yeah.
So strategically, if I want to be successful, if I want to even get in certain doors, I have to have some positive things on paper before you ever get a chance to meet me that will change your perception of me. So automatically a college degree came to my mind. I signed up for college about 2 times. I didn't pass. I wasn't accepted. I didn't pass the application. The third time I signed up, and it was off to the races. That's when CPAP first came in, into 5 points into the prison system.
What was the classroom atmosphere like?
Well, I'm gonna be honest. My cohort was like different. It was like elite thinkers. For me, like I was bumped off with dudes. I was in a max penitentiary. Dudes been in jail 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 years. Dudes academic acumen was out of this world. Dudes already read 10, 20, 30, 40, 500,000, 3,000 books, right? So I was blessed to be in a classroom with well-versed individuals who were very knowledgeable and who wanted the information. So it was like you had the professor coming in, teaching and providing some type of information, and then you got 20 dudes who sharp as hell and pride themselves in their intellect, going back and forth, debating, building, and figuring it out.
That's amazing, bro.
Yeah.
How were the teachers? Did they
the teachers were amazing.
Yeah.
But finish your question on my phone.
No, I was asking. I was gonna say, like, did they actually care? And,
the teachers were amazing. Let me tell you something. That's the first time, when I was in jail. Jail is such a dark prison. Is such a dark place, such a wicked place. Like it's like the energy is twisted in there. The COs, the majority of the COs are like scumbags. For me, racist. I'm talking about when you go up north.
Yeah, they hate their fucking life. They don't make. Yeah, they make dog shit money to work, go in the fucking jail every day.
When everybody is, it's something I call a sea of faces. I used to walk into the mess hall sometimes, you see 600 people, and I used to just stop and look to take a little picture frame, and it's like a sea of faces, all black and brown, majority black and brown, people that look like me and you, and all of the guards all white. So it's like you got all white people
guarding a bunch of black people,
governing a bunch of black and brown people.
And mind you, these are upstate, like corn-fed, like all due respect, but you know what I mean?
I'm white.
All due respect, corn-fed, upstate farmer niggas that don't understand the spec of the culture, don't understand the spec of the demographic that they're governing, and
they don't care to understand. They don't give a fuck about.
Of course, that's of course. Well, of course that, you know what I mean, but that's
kill
just
you up there.
That's just a recipe for disaster. No matter what, you're just never gonna. How can you act? Because jail. All right, what's the point of jail? Rehabilitation, right?
Yes.
How can you rehabilitate when the environment that you're in is hostile? Yeah, and you're not understood, you're not heard, you're not respected, you're not loved. You know what I'm saying? How can you rehabilitate? When you go to a drug rehab, not to say you've been to one, but I've never been to one either, but when you go to a drug rehab, they fucking treat you pretty well. You know what I mean? Outside of, going through your withdrawals and shit, they treat you pretty well. You sit down, you talk, you have, you know what I mean? You have those things that actually help you lift yourself.
Absolutely.
Now, I do think that some of the shit is choice. The way you treat, the way you have, you do your time. Like I never did time, but I do believe that a lot of shit you do is choice. So like you could choose to go your route. You're here. You know what I mean? You have a whole lot of positive things you're doing. You changed your life. You made a conscious choice. You went to college. You made a conscious choice to better yourself. There's some niggas in there that just want to crash out.
Yeah, I went to the box a few times also, and I was real militant. But the thing about it is certain things is just like if I go to the box and the way I move like a soldier. So you like it's designed for the people to fail.
Yeah.
Right. So listen, you go to jail, it's not supposed to be some nice thing, and I don't expect nobody to treat me or anybody else. Oh, you do right? But when it becomes oppressive, right? That's a whole different type of thing. Now we going back to Attica riots. This is why the Attica riots happened in the first place, because people think that they could treat you like shit
because they have a little bit of power.
They try to judge you twice. You judged by the judge and you sentenced to your time. I'm not supposed to be judged by the prison gone. You don't like what I did. That's on you. Do your job.
Do you have any friends that are like, because I know, like, we know this.
What?
In Long Island, being a cop is damn near probably one of the fucking biggest careers that a lot of these niggas be having.
So what's the question?
Do you have any cop friends? Or like CO friends or anything like that?
Yeah, absolutely. I know brothers and sisters that are COs. I know brothers and sisters that are police officers. I know brothers and sisters that are probation officers, and they're good people.
Yeah, and that's one thing I always like, stress on my friends that are in law enforcement. I say, yo, your job is very important, bro. You can change a nigga's life for the better or for the worse, bro.
Absolutely.
You have, and you just gotta, you gotta really respect the power. You have to respect the power that you're given, that you're blessed to have, because realistically, and you know how this shit is. All you got to do to become a cop is really just go to college for a little bit and just keep a clean record. You know what I mean? Some of these cop niggas, bro, was living real shiesty before they got into that shit. You know what I'm saying? I know some cop niggas that was on the. It'd be like, nigga, if you, let's just say you met the son like 10 years ago and then you seen him now. This nigga's a cop. What? You know what I mean?
How you do that?
Yeah, you know
how
what I
you
mean?
make it?
But those also, I feel like, are the best ones because they understand that life a little bit. They have the respect and, you know what I mean, that knowledge of knowing that not every criminal, just because he sells crack on the corner doesn't mean he's the worst nigga in the world. He's just trying to provide for his family or himself or whatever.
A lot of those cops get outcasted also, right? Like I got friends that are officers, and like they show respect. Like they'll be with. Like, we all grew up together, went to high school, right? Yeah. So they'll be like with the officers and they'll see me or they'll see one of the brothers that they grew up with genuinely. Yeah. And they'll salute, yo, what's going on? How you doing? Shake your hand. And after a while, like other officers didn't like that. Like, yo, why you talking to him? Why you cool with him? Right?
Type shit.
Yeah. Like I remember when I was young, it was a black cop. They had chased me down, man. They had arrested me. And I had a gun. I caught a gun charge. They had chased me down. Somebody had called the cops on me.
This nigga damn near caught every charge in the book.
So look, I was in a parking lot, man. It's a long story. I was in a parking lot, and me and the dude had got into a situation, and I was about to throw the dude in the trunk, and
oh wow,
and it was me and my man, and but this is like. We both in the street at the time, and his girl was there. His girl called the cops, and the cops came and I ran. And as I ran, I started to, dismantle the weapon. Right, as I was dismantling the weapon, cop was chasing me. It was a black cop. He could have shot me, and he could have rightfully shot me because I had a gun in my hand, but he didn't. He stayed the course. He chased me down. I took the gun apart. I started doing it on top of, like the buildings. I ended up falling. He arrested me. So at that time, if you have I forgot the term, but if you have a firearm that's not put together, it's a misdemeanor. Right? If you have an inoperable weapon, it becomes a misdemeanor.
That's dope.
Yes.
And he let you off on that.
Well, no. So if you had a prior felony, it bumps up to an E felony. Okay. But regardless, but the part of the story I'm getting to is that he brought me to the precinct. He had like a cut on his face. And I'm like, yo, I kind of made fun of him. Like, yo, you got that cut on your face. Like, so he was like, yo, I wasn't always a cop. And like, it was just like, we kind of just had like a stare down. It was like, it was an energy there that resonated with me.
You knew what he meant behind
not even on no like gangster. It was just something there. I can't even. But I respected it. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, whatever. I just like whatever. I don't know, but. I end up, I bailed out. I was home, and that cop started patrolling my area. He was really a detective, but he used to have a lot of he used to rock the uniform a lot. So I saw the cop one day, and they pulled me over, and it was a white cop and a black cop, white detective and a black detective, and the white detective at that time was stop and frisk, and he was trying to tell me to take out what I had in my pockets. And the black cop stopped there. He like, nah. And he did a pat for a weapon. And once he did the pat for the weapon, he's like, yo, you could go. The same cop. And the white cop was looking at him like, what the fuck are you doing? But the law, he like, yo, that's the law. The law is that you do a pat. You don't go inside individuals' pockets unless you got a reason to. You do a pat for a weapon. If he didn't commit a crime, he ain't do nothing. Like, you're not supposed to go inside their pockets. Right? So right there, I respected that. Because he didn't have to give me that. He didn't have to give me that. Right. Like, he didn't have to give me that source. He did that because I was a teenager. I was a young black kid, right? And he wanted to fulfill his duty. So I respected that. So that's an example of, like, you know, like, of a cop doing an action that I respect. There's a lot of cops out there that, no, it's a few good individuals within those sectors that try to do right by the people.
I just believe any career path you take, like, if you're gonna do it for the long term, bro, make sure you actually are doing it because you want to do it and you, like, see yourself fulfilling a higher purpose almost. You know what I mean? Like, like, so many people doing the cop thing because their dad was a cop. Some people doing it just because because we're in Long Island and there's no major industry that we can really get you know what I mean, get a job at. You know what I'm saying? So, like, a lot of people just doing it just because it sounds good and it's a good career. But it's like, yo, that's a real job. Like, that's a real
career.
deal shit, bro. That's some real shit. You're gonna go see real shit. If you're not built for it, one, don't do it. If you don't really believe, I want to make a difference, I want to maybe save, not arrest the bad guys, save someone's life.
Okay, different perspective.
Yeah, do it. Don't do it. If you're not trying to save lives, don't save lives. Don't do it.
I like the way you said that.
You
You
know
know what the issue is with a lot of those positions? It's the culture. Like, it's good COs, it's good, but you know what the issue with the whole correctional culture is, that it's negative, and it looks at all people who are in prison as evil individuals who can't be trusted, who are malicious. Same thing with the police. With the police force, like when you talk about the blue wall and things like that, it's a culture, right, that is founded on looking at groups of people based off the way they look or based off where they live and perceiving them in a negative light and attacking them in that negative light, right? So just because you live on TA or you live on Cortland in the Bronx or you live in Freeport on Broadway or in Westbury on certain strips, automatically I'm perceiving you as a drug dealer. Automatically I see you, or you Spanish, you got braids, you got a gun on you. Or you black, you got a hoodie on, you got a gun on you. Just because of where you live.
Which, yo, bro, I just don't understand. Like, I understand, like, you have to use prejudice to a certain extent because.
What you mean by that?
Well, there's nothing wrong with prejudice.
Explain.
Technically.
Explain.
Prejudice is prejudging. Let's break down the word. Prejudice, prejudge.
Okay.
At the end of the day, everyone has prejudice. Every single person, I see you and I'm gonna think it's a nice fit. Oh, he got money. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Or it can go to any level of prejudice. You know what I'm saying? So I do think that as a cop, you kind of have to have discernment with your prejudice and know that maybe I'm bugging. Maybe I am targeting. You know what I mean? Maybe I should. Black man in a Beamer, black man in a nice ass whip in a foreign. Maybe he just has a good job. You know what I mean? Maybe you know what I'm saying? But, like, there is times that you have to kind of do that. You know, you do have to be prejudiced as a cop. If you're in a certain area and there's certain things going on, it has to fit the bill, though. You have to
like what things? Talk to me. I need to understand where you're going with this, my brother.
If you see a nigga on the corner dapping up a fiend and you know it's a fiend, might be some shit going down. You know what I mean? Check that shit out. You know what I mean? Well, not listen. Don't go in looking for lockup, but you have to do something. You know what I mean?
Okay, so I'm gonna come at that two different ways. One thing, I mean, that's not so much as it is prejudging as you seeing something happening, right? But if you prejudging based on what you're seeing happening, I mean, like, where are we talking about? Because where I grew up, and I know a lot of areas where, listen, unfortunately, a lot of our brothers, mothers, grandmothers, family members have become addicted to, like, crack or coke or dope. So, in what interaction? So, how do you decipher oh, this is a sale, or that's somebody that grew up in the neighborhood and he knows that person.
That's why I said you got to kind of approach that shit with. You can't approach it like you might have to definitely show your presence as a cop. I would say show your presence. Obviously, maybe if you can get some intel or whatever, not intel, but you know what I mean. Hey, what's going on? What we got going on over here? You know what I mean? That's all. You don't got to go in there and joke. You ain't got, bro. My nigga, keep it a stack, bro. Keep it a stack, bro. How many cops done pulled just to pull up alone? Not even to roll down and say what up. The drive by. That shit eliminates, nigga, a lot. A lot. I'll tell you what, nigga, I'm gonna keep it a stack. There was a couple cops up here recently for some, they got whatever, for some shit that happened in this building. Nigga almost called you and said, nah, I was about to say, yo, there's some cops out here. It's a dub, bro. You know what I mean?
Oh, what?
Nigga.
My man.
Yo, geez. The one thing about me, bro, I don't fuck with the police. Nigga, we don't fuck with listen, we fuck with individuals. We don't fuck with groups. You know what I'm saying?
Collective who have been historically proven to be biased, prejudiced, and oppressive.
Bro, didn't the police start out as like, weren't the original police, if I'm not mistaken, maybe I am though, weren't they slave catchers? The original cops?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, man, like sometimes people, I'm glad you brought that up, right? Because sometimes people that hear the conversation, hear the narrative, and automatically prejudge or automatically make judgments based on what they hear me saying or what they hear you saying. But if we go back and do the history, historically, cops, the police, and black communities in particular, black and brown communities, but black communities in particular have been at odds. If you go back to when, like you said, right, our enslaved brothers and sisters were running away from the plantations or fighting when officers were created, they would be the ones, right, to go catch individuals. But we could even go back to the civil rights era when there are so many pictures of cops hosing down men, women, and children. There are so many pictures of cops beating
Klansmen.
the shit, right? Klansmen in police uniforms beating the shit out of our people. So if that's the history that we got, bro, of course I'm gonna look at you wearily.
100%. But with that, I mean, there was a good point. There was something you were piggybacking. I wanted to piggyback off of what you said, talking about the origins of the police. But I don't remember. So we're gonna move on to
that's fair. Yeah, talk about that. We don't know. Bro.
Yeah, we're gonna move on because we got crazy on this. Yeah, we went crazy on this. So you came out, you caught that charge. When did you catch the long charge?
2011.
2011. Around that, and you're a father, right?
Yes, sir.
How old's your son?
Right now, my son is 16.
16. So me doing my math ain't always mathing, but he was born at the time.
Absolutely.
And
4.
He was 4 at the time. So you do that time in prison, you come back home and you see, your boy damn near, he done shot up from 4. I know you probably definitely seen him, over the years and shit. But you in the crib, what was it like kind of rebonding with him?
Damn. Shit. I'm big on loyalty. And what I said, Melissa told me she loved me. I think she lied to me. I talked to my son on the jail phone and he cried to me. He said, Daddy, when you coming back, I'm in the sports now. I play football. I'm the running back. I felt the pain and I couldn't hold the tears back. I was just thinking like I'll never get these years back. It's bittersweet because I know that I'll be free. When I left, he was 3. Came home, he 13. I never had a pop, so I want to be there for him. Make his graduation to show him I care for him. His mom told me, he said life wasn't fair for him. It hurt my heart because I know I'm supposed to be there for him. On Father's Day, he couldn't hand my card to me. And when we spoke, he said, Daddy, this is hard for me. I said it wouldn't be long. I'm the king, you the prince. I need you to be strong. So it's like, I spent my whole...
Yo, bro, that was fire, dog. That was hard, bro. That was fire, bro.
Sometimes the best way to express is through the art. For me, that's why I do it. Like, it's not for money. It's not for this. We gonna get to it. but it's because that's come from my soul and that's how I express to the world.
I will hold on to that because there is something I will say, but I want to hear more about the
So like my whole bid, I used to think about my son, and my son is a major reason for my transformation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm big on loyalty. Anybody that know me, like I'm big on that, and I was big on loyalty amongst my guys, amongst the homies, amongst my bros,
Mm-hmm.
and I realized that by being loyal to my man, I was disloyal to my son. I was
100%.
disloyal to my family.
Yeah.
Right? Because somebody violate my man, and I'm ready to give it up crazy, not even really stopping to realize or think about the consequences that, yo, you got a whole other person over here that depends on you for knowledge, information, understanding, food, health, shelter. So you're going to risk not being able to provide this kid with shelter, with food, with health, with wisdom, with a stable mind and understanding, and you brought him into the world, you was disloyal. So, like, when I finally came home, you know, my son was there at the gate, and it was difficult, man. But it was difficult, rightfully so, because I wasn't there, I wasn't around. His mom, like he know his mother, like, and going as far back as he can remember, it was him and his mom. So imagine it being you and one person, or you and these people for your whole life, and all of a sudden you got this dude
Who's this nigga?
who you know, but you have an idea of him. You don't truly know him and the intricacies of him.
Yeah,
and the things that you do know of him, you don't know that you know that of him, because it's the same things that's in you that came from him, but you're not conscious of that.
Yeah.
So you're like, yo, this dude, who the fuck is this dude? And it wasn't like that, but you can only imagine the mind frame, especially when you're trying to come in like, yo, this. So I will say that I had to work hard and rightfully so in order to earn the trust, love, and respect of my son. And that made me respect him even more, because that's how I give it up.
That's fire, bro.
Yeah, respect is not given, it's earned. So I had to earn that from him.
You so you was talking about him having a homecoming, man. Yo, he's playing running back still.
Yeah, listen. Shout out to
Still getting busy?
shout out to my little man. I just
Yeah.
came from the homecoming. I know I was rocking a number and all that. Shout out to my man, number 15. He is a star, man. He is amazing. Like, he did his thing today. He had a crazy tackle on the punt. Shout out to Blame Zach. Yo, listen, shout out to Blame Zach. He is the illest artist behind the camera that I know. I didn't even want to say videographer. You know, as people say videographer, people say cameraman. If I say that about my brother, that'd be an understatement. I feel like that'd be disrespectful to call my man a cameraman or a videographer. My man creates the most amazing art behind that camera. Shout out to Blame Zach. He was in the building. Somebody that y'all should tap in with too. He's the nicest. Yo, listen, I don't know another nicer person behind that camera, videographer, photographer in New York. We on the island, so a lot of people say the island. Shout out to the whole island, but I'm talking about New York. Nobody makes the visuals like that, brother. Shout out Blame Zach. But yeah, man, my son get extra busy, man. He making me learn football, 'cause I really don't know football. He started off, when I first saw him play, he was playing quarterback. He usually running back, wide receiver. He was playing quarterback. In his first year, he was playing JV and varsity. 10th grade, he went to varsity. He in 11th grade right now. He in varsity.
So that first time watching him play, was that shit like, I'm not gonna front, bro. I always said, like, I can't wait that's the one thing I can't wait to have kids for, is to watch my kid play, because I feel like I'm gonna be crying the whole time. But I can't go. Let me tell you this, bro. My first time watching my nephew get busy, nigga, I had to step away real quick a little. And then I caught a little tear on. Yo, geez, you feel me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that first time really seeing your son get busy, like, was that like, damn, yo, thank God, like, I'm fine. Like, was that almost was that for me, I can only imagine, like, that's almost like, damn, I'm so happy I'm out, and I'm so happy I changed my fucking life.
I'll tell you about last week. I was watching the game. I had a hoodie on. It was pouring. Pouring. I had the hoodie on. My hoodie was drenched. I'm on the front line. Everybody, I'm Dolo. Everybody looking at me crazy. Even some of my peoples was there, but like they had like a little tent or whatever. And they're like, yo, come in the tent. Like my son, yo, come in the tent. Like, no, I'm not going in the tent. I'm here to watch the game. It was for 10 years straight. I imagined and I wish for the opportunity to go watch my son play ball front row. And now I got the opportunity. I'm not giving that up for nothing.
Well, you got out in COVID time.
Yeah.
So you came out to a whole different world to what you're used to.
Which was great because the world slowed down and gave me a chance to acclimate. So when everybody was slowing down, I was slowing down, but I was shooting my shots with intention and accuracy. Yeah.
Did you getting out, did they give you the stimulus or no?
No, hell no.
Word?
No, I didn't get no stimulus.
Wow. That sucks.
Yes, sir.
That sucks,
So
bro.
good.
Damn, dog. You a little tight. You missed out because I'm not gonna
I
lie.
got
It was definitely
freedom.
it was run up season.
Oh, man, I don't care about none of that. I got freedom and opportunity. I'm good.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
Plus, I just did 10. I'm not dipping and dabbing in nothing. I'm not. I gotta look my son in the face. I'm not risking nothing.
Is your son inspiration? Well, you said your son really helped you do everything. Helped you change through everything. But is your son like another driving factor behind you working with the youth now?
I mean, my son is a driving factor behind everything I do. But that really come from within. Like earlier in the interview, I mentioned two people, Sergio Argueta and Razmir Zatar, who
I like that name too.
Who really influenced me, like my mentors at the time. I mentioned them earlier. So like what they did for me and what they like the jewels that they instilled in me, the seeds that they planted in the mental garden of my mind, eventually blossomed and nourished and changed my thinking, period. So I knew how powerful that was for me, and I wanted to be able to give that to somebody else.
What's something you would change on a local level and a national level?
What you mean, like legislatively?
Culturally, legislatively, because they kind of, they kind of blend in. If you think about it.
I would make sure that
on a local level first. I want to know. Yeah.
On a local level, like laws and all that.
If you would law, it said law, culture, even if you want to talk about music, anything that you.
I mean, my thing is, I want all black people. I want all black people in America. I want all black people in this region, the Caribbean. I want all black people, that were moved as a result of the diaspora to be able to connect their roots to Africa.
Yo, I know Ghana and another country out there, they offer citizenship to anyone that can prove that they have African American in their DNA.
I'm with that.
That's for dual citizenship. I thought about it. I want to take that. I want to take that pilgrimage. I want to go there. I want to do a little tour of West Africa. Well, I want to do West Africa. I would love to visit all of it. But I really do want to do the Gold Coast though. That's fire.
No, absolutely.
Yeah. I feel like places like that, and then even like places like Jerusalem. You know what I mean? Like shout out. I mean, not shout out, but they got some shit going on right now. But it's like Jesus walked those streets, bro. You know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
Prolific people, real prolific, the most prolific fucking people in our human history. That's where it started. This is where it all really, where the roots came from. You know what I mean? I feel like just the energy in that place, like it could really, it's like that shit would be just captivating by itself,
No, absolutely, man. I agree with you. But I also want you to know that prolific people walk these streets too.
100%.
You prolific. We prolific.
100%. Right? But I don't know if any of us are stacking up to JC, bro. JC's him. I don't know what you believe in, my boy, I'll say this. Hold on, real quick. I don't know what you believe in per se, but I will say this. It's like JC and Michael Jackson. It's like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So, like...
I mean,
listen, Muhammad's up there. Muhammad's 100% up there. You know what I mean? Like, there's you know what I mean? I guess, I don't know what Buddha is or whatever. I don't know none other, I don't want to be ignorant. I don't know any other real religions per se. But I know those religious figures are up there. But if you 9 times out of 10 people that like they know, even the ops know who Jesus is. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you know what it is? I mean, listen, man. Absolutely, man. But I don't want to take away from, like, so think about it like this: when Jesus was alive, no people weren't following him. That's why we highlight the 12 disciples. right? Like people, like actually people would like they crucify them,
Mm-hmm.
right? So a lot of times you ahead of your time, or when you're in the presence of the people, they don't realize who you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if we could take that understanding and apply it to any time period or even now, there are many great people who we have around who we don't truly understand and acknowledge who they are.
100%.
And historically, we have many great people who have like carried the torch for the people. Haile Selassie,
Mm-hmm.
Malcolm X,
Mm-hmm.
Dr. King, Asada Shakur,
100%.
Nelson Mandela. Like these are like serious people, freedom fighters, right?
Mhm.
Like Mandela went to prison for 20 plus years for the people. And while he was knee deep into the sentence and they asked him, like, yo, listen, we will let you go right now, but you can't continue to fight for your people. And he said, nah, twice
Mm.
in the midst of 20 something years.
Fire.
And he had life.
Gangster. Mhm.
He had life.
Gangster.
But he like, yo, I can't fight for the people, dog. Until they had to come back and just let please, we need you to take control of the people. So the people stood behind him and continued to rally, continued to fight, even in the midst of his incarceration, his 20-something years. So it's like, I don't knock anybody's religion. I respect all religions. But that's my thing. I respect all religions. Like I respect.
It's all it's about, bro. You just, like I said, you give love. You gotta, you to get love. You gotta give love. And I believe that there's no reason. I don't, bro. I will listen. I will actually sit here, not here per se, but let's just say outside or whatever. If you were Satanist, bro, I'm gonna hear what you gotta say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna listen. I'm not gonna. It may not apply to my life. I may not take anything from what we have in this exchange home with me, but I'm gonna hear you out and I'm gonna respect you as a human being. Because, bro, that's one thing I feel like respect is so. It's gone almost. Like expect like even like I mean, granted, listen, I know I was a disrespectful little nigga at a point in my life. I know you definitely hearing from your fucking stories. You was definitely a disrespectful little
How
nigga
you know
at a point.
that?
Nigga, you slapped a 31-year-old at 17. I know you might have did.
He was out of pocket.
Yeah, he was out of pocket. You slapped him for that. He needed that. I wish I could slap him now.
He 50-year-old man.
Bro, that nigga is a bitch.
Yeah,
he hit me. That shit is crazy.
Well, unfortunately.
Bitch ass nigga. Sorry, that shit fucked me up. I hate y'all. I don't fuck. Like, listen, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not no tough guy. I'm not no nothing like that. But I don't jack rats at all, bro. I think like I really do believe like in a. I feel like calling the police. I feel like it has to be like the only crime I think I would ever call the cops for is because my car got stolen, and that, you know what I mean. Like my car, because he gotta call the cops to report it to the insurance. You know what I'm saying? This is the so like just don't fuck cop callers, bro. Whistleblowers. You know what I mean? Fucking rats. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, people.
Yeah, no.
But so you was talking about you rap a little bit too. But you was talking about the music. When did that come into play? At what time?
Oh no, I love music, man. I started doing music as a teen. I just liked it. I used to, when you so smart, you too smart.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to write some shit like I thought I was real ill, like it was trash. And one day my man was like, "Yo, bro, that's trash." I was like, "Whoa." And he was like, "Yo, listen, bro, you official. Only thing you gotta do is talk about how you live your life on a regular." And after that, that's all I started doing. And like I just started talking about my life, like how I think, what happened, like, and then it started to be fire. Like, oh, that's fire. And then ever since then, like it was it. So look, before I got locked up in 2011, I was damn near the hottest artist on the island, Dolly. That's without like no like cosign, no backing. That's just what it was. So at the time DVDs was out. Me and two of my brothers, I started Major Moon's DVD. So that was a super buzzing DVD across New York.
That's you brought that shit, the DVD.
Yeah, across
crazy.
New York. We was in the DVD game heavy, and that's how we got in the industry. Like that's how we was doing business with a lot of people in the industry because it's leverage, right? Like just to give out some source, it's about leverage, right? So it's like, let's just say you're a fire artist. You charge 10 stacks for a feature. Okay. If I'm just an artist just trying to come get this feature from you or do business with you, I gotta pay you 10 stacks.
Yeah.
But let's say you're a fire artist and you charge 10 stacks for a feature. and I'm a businessman, and I have a large platform that provides marketing, right? Like I got a platform, and a lot of people are looking at my platform. So if you do something on my platform, a lot of people are gonna see you. And as an artist, you need to pay for marketing. So if you don't gotta pay for marketing because you could do business with me because I could give you my platform, then you could give me something that I want. So now we doing business without actually exchanging money. I'll let you get on my platform, you give me a verse. Depending on what my platform is at, you may be like, all right, give me 2 racks and I jump on the platform. And I'll be like, all right, yeah, boom. Right? So it's about creating leverage. So at the time during the DVD era, our grind was crazy and we had stores that was accepting our DVDs. Like we had a route. So we used to go all the way to Suffolk and then we used to go all the way New York City, Connecticut, PA, Jersey, right? And you know the bootleggers catch it too. So once they reach certain places, it's all the way in Texas. And we had a very good name when it came to the DVD. So now we used to negotiate like, you want the cover? Boom. Feature. You want the cover or you want a spot inside, 20 minutes? All right. Feature, video, right? So that built relationships and it also was our leverage. So we created leverage in order to enter the game. It just so happened that when it really started buzzing, I created this before like the YouTube era and this when YouTube first got jumping and it's before Instagram. I had a show. Shows called Hood to Hood Cypher where I used to go to different hoods, different communities, pick the most fire artists, connect with the most fire artists from that hood and do a cypher with them. So at the time that was hot, the show took off. Went to East New York. I went to Brownsville, Houses, Blake and Mother Gasket. I did the East New York cypher. I did the Huntington cypher. I did the Long Beach cypher. I did the Far Rockaway cypher. I did the Freeport cypher. I did mad different ciphers in mad different neighborhoods, and the show took off. So now I had the show. I learned how to shoot and edit my own music videos. So I used to film and edit my own video.
You had a digital? You had a film?
No, I had digital.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I had digital. And I learned how to use certain programs at the time. At that time, it was like Final Cut. I used to do like iMovie and Final Cut. And I'm pushing out a video every week. I'm going in the studio. I'm pushing out a video every week. Or I'm pushing out a video every other week. And then the off weeks, I was dropping an episode. And we had it in a frenzy, man. And I went to jail for a long time. But when I came home from jail, people still remember my movement. And so people still got behind it. So that's how I got a lot of the support that I got now, and I kept it moving. My son came, the only thing I wanted to do when I came home was see my son and go to the booth. My son was at the gate when I left prison. So before I went home, before I went anywhere, before I laid my head, I went straight to the booth. Straight to the booth. Ha! Yeah, I pulled up on.
Was you one of the niggas at jail?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Let me get it.
I don't know if I got one of those right there. That was a long time ago. Hold on.
Hey.
Hold on.
Oh man, we about to get a jail freestyle.
My son said he loved me, even though I left him. My son said he loved me, even though I left him. Baby mom's crying like, why you gotta arrest him? Family deserted me except mama love. Greet me on the dance floor with a lot of hugs.
You went crazy.
Hold on. Imagine going to prison for a third of your life. Every 1 in 3 people got 30 to life. My young boys in the town risking 30 tonight because they don't really understand what that 30 is like. When I was young, all I wanted was a bird of the white and catch a bad broad, show what the curdy is like. I got a Jux mask up, we getting dirty tonight. For 30 racks, that 30 will get us 30 tonight. Told Shorty I like you, but I can't wife you because you let my little man one night you. But we can hit the club and blow on a diesel, blow smoke in the cop face like Piff Legal. The L ain't better than B Seagull. A pounder that loud, my young boys will leave you. Ashamed how the game changed. I watch lames turn real when they name change. Catch 30 in the feds when your lane change. And she love you, but that time make your main change. Elevate, don't maintain me, I'm on my same thing. Low T, the sweater, the low main thing. Catch a stretch, come home and remain king. How she love you, but she ain't wearing the same ring. Strength is what pain bring. shine on the opposition. Love, loyalty, and funeral of proposition. I put my heart and my life in my composition. You would have took the stand on your man in my position. Me, I'm different. Let me stop.
Nah, man. Yo, listen, you just engineered your own song. That was nice. That was nice. That was dope. That was fire.
I appreciate you.
That was super fire.
It's for the author.
But yo, man, listen, you know, you outside of the rapping shit, man, and the giving back to the community, you got a celebrity game going on. You know what I mean? That Burn After Rolling will be in attendance for.
Yo, when this dropping?
Next week.
Next week?
Yeah.
A snippet?
Yeah.
November.
The whole shit, the whole episode.
The whole joint. Oh shit! Burn After. Now listen. November 12th. We will be at Nassau Coliseum. For the Long Island Celebrity Charity Basketball Game. I repeat, we'll be at Nassau Coliseum. That's historic. That's $1 billion institution and all that, right? Listen, shout out to my brother Trapland. Shout out to King B.I. Shout out to King P.I.B. Shout out to White. Be Remembered. Shout out to La. Shout out to Splash. I saw Splash on your show the other day. It's my dog.
That's my dog. That bitch is nasty too. Nasty.
Bitch, I'm from New York. Shout out to Splash. I don't want to forget anybody. Shout out to all the Palmerfield bad.
Daniel Jean's gonna be on that. He was just on the show too.
Yeah, absolutely. He will be there. He's one of the.
He repping Suffolk.
The influencers. Yeah, he repping Suffolk, man. Shout out to Daniel Jean. They team gonna lose. You know what I mean? And
I will not be playing, but I will be there talking mad shit.
Let's get it.
I will be there talking all my shit.
Let's get it, man. Shout out to everybody. Listen, so this is something like, listen, this is for the people. This is for the community. Like, people don't do that. So we sponsoring youth. As a matter of fact, if you want to sponsor a youth, it's $20 to sponsor a youth. I'm trying to get my whole program in there. If y'all ain't know, I'm a youth mentor. I'm trying to get every single youth that I mentor in that game. The brothers I had already put on the sponsorship. The brothers raised over 50, 60, 70, 80 youth tickets, right, to be sponsored. I'm trying to raise 60, 70, 80 myself. I already got some. My notifications been going crazy. Thank you to everybody that has sponsored the youth. I don't want to forget any names. Shout out to NSL. Shout out to Hard Knock Life, Media. Shout out to it's a lot of people, man. I'm thinking I'm building. It's not the front of my mind, but thank you for everybody that donated. Shout out to Mr. Kenner, to Sean Kenner. Shout out to the people, man. Yeah, it's going down.
Yo, that's gonna be a movie, bro. I can't wait.
You gonna be there,
bro? You nigga, we covered that motherfucker, bro.
I know I'm gonna be there.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot we didn't confirm it with you yet. Well, now on camera.
Oh yeah, we on
confirmed.
camera. I want listen. It's like a contract, bro. You gonna be there?
I will be there. We will be there. As
the whole
team.
team?
The team. I can't say the whole team, but
the team.
I will say it.
Shout out
we
to the
had
team.
I'd say 80% confirmation
Shout out
so
to the
far.
team,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Shout out to the team, man.
So it's gonna be.
We appreciate having y'all there, man. It's a blessing. It's an honor. We putting on for the culture. We putting on for Long Island. Listen, this I'm gonna break the announcement right here. I ain't tell nobody this. Listen, I'm opening up a venue. I already got a venue. Me and my brother and all that. Shout out to my brother. I'm opening up a venue. I'm about to say my bro name. I ain't even gonna say his name.
Where's that gonna be at?
It's gonna be in Baldwin. Cause I don't know if he want me to let it out. That's my brother though.
I think I know who you're talking about.
I mean, you might.
Yeah. I met
what?
I'm not saying the name, but I'm just saying I don't know why, but people love to share their secrets with me. I think it's our mutual friend.
All right, so listen, big venue and all that. Listen, I want to reach out to all artists. Listen, all artists, all fashion designers, all podcasters, anybody that's looking for somewhere to record, anybody that's looking for somewhere to record their podcast, anybody has a brand and wants to get their brand in a spotlight, anybody that's doing something, tap in with me. Once that venue is finished, we going all the way up. And the grand opening will be very, very, very soon. I don't want to put a date on it, but it will be very, very, very soon. I'm looking at the end of November, beginning of December, but like I said, I don't want to put a date on it.
Is it already, are you gutting it or are you getting it all pre-done already?
No, we
Ooh, okay. Okay. All right.
I fuck with you. You know why I fuck with you? Because you remind me of my man. I don't even got to say nothing. You understand? I said, He said, oh, okay. Yeah, and I meant something, and you know exactly what I mean. Say that.
Bro, I'll say this. Where we're from, we talk backwards. I feel like we talk about this. I talk about this every fucking episode now. but a lot of it is social context and reading the room.
Mm-hmm.
So I do believe that people from Quorum have a heightened sense of being able to read a room because we talk back like it's on some shit like if you see a girl who's ugly, we'll be like, yeah, that bitch pretty, but it's not like we're saying, oh, she's pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of context to it. You know what I'm saying? There's levels to the way you say things, and I'm not gonna break the language down because it's a whole language.
That's confidential.
No, we're trying. I would love for it to be global. That'd be lit. I do enjoy the anonymity of like talking about shit about people to their face, but at the same time, I also do believe that this is a special place. Like, you know, I'm pretty sure everyone that's doing something believes that their town is special. You know what I mean? But I do believe this is a special place with a special energy, and I do believe that the story should be told. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. No, shout out to Corn, man.
Yeah, fact. Shout out Freeport, man. Shit, I fuck with Nautical Mile. I know that ain't your side, but
no, that's my side.
Oh, that is your side?
Yeah, everything my side.
Oh, I forgot you was him. What would you consider yourself or like? All right, do you look at yourself now that you are like, you know,
bugging BT?
No. Hear me out, because
talk to me.
Now that you change your life for the most part or whatever, and you're really on a positive note, and you know whatever. Do you like keep it a stat, bro? Because I'm gonna tell you this.
Talk to me.
Do you be feeling butt sometimes? Like
never.
Nah,
I've never felt.
You don't feel like all right? Because I feel like I'm so far removed from doing any street shit. I be feeling soft sometimes. I'm so calm.
Doing street shit don't make you tough.
Fair enough. Okay.
Tough is like being a man. I just want to be real. I'm a man.
Yeah. When you got that dog and you got that dog.
Yeah, and you know, and not even that. Like I don't glorify like hear me out. I don't glorify where it could go. I'm based off of respect. Mm-hmm. So if you disrespect me or if you cross certain lines of respect, then you're asking for whatever repercussions come with that.
100%.
Right. I come to anybody with the utmost respect because that's how I want to be treated. Yeah. So if I give you the utmost respect and you spit in my face, it don't got nothing to do with being tough. Like I'm a man.
Yeah.
I'm a G, like but I'm an alpha too. And I think, listen, you know who's tough? Them dudes, them corporate dudes, man, who taking millions of dollars.
Bro, them niggas be wildin'.
You feel what I'm saying? So like my perspective of tough, you know who's gangsters? Like them dudes that's taking over companies. Yeah. Hostile takeover. Usurp. So my mind has expanded. So these same principles that I executed when I was in the streets, the same understanding, the same awareness, the same militancy is the same approach that I take to life on a larger level. Business.
So you will beat a nigga's ass in the boardroom if you needed to.
I will beat your ass in the boardroom. You feel me? To seal the deal, though.
I respect it.
Intellectually, to seal the deal.
You pulling an Ice Cube with Jerry Heller going in the studio with the dat. I respect it though. Sometimes, bro, it's you know what's funny? In business, I always feel like with business, like especially on a local level or whatever, it can get like that, bro. Business will drive you fucking crazy, bro.
Business is rough, bro. You gotta know your shit.
You know how I take it, and it goes because I feel like obviously music's a business. Even if as an artist you're still a business in a sense. It's so much a piece of you. It is you. It's almost like I feel like in if we're gonna rank like things that are important that are yours that come from you. I mean, it would be like your kid, not you per se, but anyone, like your kid. And then your business. Your business is your fucking baby. And bro, the lengths I've gone for my music, the lengths I've gone for my podcast, the lengths I've gone for just art in general, just any little business or any little thing I ever kind of pursued, it's crazy to me, bro, how much you'll fucking go, how much you'll go for it, how crazy, how far you might fuck someone up, or you'll do some shit so far out of your character or whatever. This shit's wild to me.
You gotta protect what's yours.
You do.
If you ain't gonna go for it, who gonna go for it? Shout out to Doc DME. I forgot to mention my name. But if you ain't gonna go for it, who gonna go for it?
Someone else.
Nobody.
If
you ain't gonna go for you, nobody gonna go for you. To that extent.
You're right. You're right. 100%.
Except for those of us who have mothers or before we could go for ourselves, they gonna go for us. Other than that, your business, nobody gonna go for it. So rich.
That's a fact. If when you add, your business partners that you've added over like your course of life or whatever. Are these people you grew up with, or are these like new people you've met like along the way?
It's a mixture, man. It's about like the mission.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a mixture. Like I believe in universal understanding. I believe that the universe will send you messages and signs. I don't know if you ever heard of the Celestine Prophecy, but if you haven't, it's an amazing book. And it just talks about like the universal communication. The universe is alive. If we believe that plants are alive, then we believe that the earth is alive. If we believe that the earth is alive, then we could believe that the other planets are alive. If we believe that the other planets are alive, then we believe that the galaxy is alive. If we believe that the galaxy is alive, then we believe that the universe is alive. Yeah. Right? Everything that's in the floor, everything that's in the dirt, everything that's in the stars are inside of our body.
Connected.
Literally.
Yeah.
Every element that's in the stars is in your body.
It sounds like me on shrooms right now.
I mean, like, maybe.
I'm not gonna lie, that's literally when I first did, like, you read the book, which is tough. But the first time it's funny because mushrooms will make you feel that connection. Almost. Like, not almost, you will feel like this table.
Yeah.
Like, there was a man who made this table. You know what I mean? There's a whole story. You know what I mean? There's an energy. The factory, the nigga that pressed the button in the factory, that pressed the boards to get, you know what I'm saying? There's you know what I'm saying, bro? It's like, and if, like I said, you sound like me on mushrooms and you're sober, which is fucking.
That you try to convince me to do shrooms.
Yo, listen, man. We could do a little mushroom podcast, get lit. We be in here talking our shit. We be in here, listen, we fuck around, we'll fuck around having a SWAT team coming in here because we gonna talk some fucking shit.
Shout out to the King BT, that's my guy and all that.
Shout out my guy. Yo, so rich, bro. It's been dope, man. You've been really, you dropped a lot of gems on here, bro. I had a feeling this conversation was gonna be a good one. It was gonna be like, we were gonna talk about some real prolific shit. And bro, fucking, you're a good dude, man. You're a good dude.
Respect, family.
Do you think that a lot of the situations, some of the situations you found yourself in, outside of the self-inflicted ones, obviously, were just like a real nigga, just like, I don't like, how can I explain? Not a real nigga. I don't want to say wrong place and wrong time, but it's a real nigga handling things like a real nigga.
I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't call myself a real nigga just because that's not the context that I use.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm a king.
Niggas?
Nagus,
you ever heard of that?
Nagus.
God, bro. Yo, listen, man. I'm half white, but I be tapped in, bro. You know what I mean? I don't jack white. But not that I don't jack white. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't fuck with me.
I mean, listen, man. POME, product of my environment. So a lot of things that of course, if I lived in Garden City, my life would be completely different. Mm-hmm. I grew up in the port in the 2000s. Mm-hmm. Like, you understand what I'm saying? So of course, my environment played a major role. Like, a lot of stuff was culture, a lot of stuff was survival, right? Like, and it's different everywhere you go. It's different intricacies. It looks different in different places. But if I grew up in Garden City, my life would have been different. If I grew up in Mineola, my life would have been different. That's just the way it is.
That's a fact.
If I grew up in the Shaw, my life would have been different. Maybe for the worse. Some places for the worse, some places for the better. But it would have been different.
Is there any places you are happy you didn't grow up at?
Nah. Listen, I just came from Colombia. So it was me. Right before that, I was in Panama.
What you was doing in Colombia, my boy?
Oh, man, I was having sex on the balcony with the baddest bro
passport,
you ever
bro.
seen.
Passport,
nah,
bro.
My bro. You crazy?
Nah, I'm saying you was being a passport, bro.
Nah.
Oh, nah, you was just...
I ain't no passport, bro.
So you was with your shorty or something? So there's only two.
Yeah, there's only two passport, bro.
You was with your...
I was living life to the best of my ability with a amazingly beautiful woman.
All right, now.
And I got the guys down there. Ask too much questions.
No.
Fuck. Yo,
fuck it. Yeah, you know what? Fine. I don't want to get you in trouble. I don't know your situation.
What the fuck? Yo, fuck me tight now. Nah, listen, man. No,
bro, I heard that $2,000 would really get you far out there as far as the women. That's what I heard.
I'm gonna keep it up.
Never been there.
I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. Shout out to everybody that do their thing. I ain't into that. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't paying for nothing. That's not what I'm into. So I don't know what goes on with that. But you do,
though. You do pay for it in time and anything.
Oh, yeah,
else.
Maybe like that. So, yeah, on a date. I'm not just... You gotta feel me, though. Right? So in order for me to take a woman out on a date, she gotta feel me. In order for her to allow me... Right? Like, let me not say her. In order for me to take somebody out on a date, I gotta feel, we gotta have some type of connection. I'm not a trick. I don't got a problem spending money to have a good time. I don't have a problem investing either. I can't, sex for me can't be transactional. Like, I give you money, you give me pussy. I ain't with, you gotta like feel me. That may be my ego. Like, you gotta like, you gotta like.
You want to be cuddled afterwards.
You gotta.
Listen, I got you, bro. I understand. I like a little cuddle too. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, check it out. I love a little. I ain't.
This nigga you the big spoon. You this nigga the little spoon. This nigga out there getting held like this.
Yo, what the fuck are you talking?
This nigga.
I do not get held.
Like baby, he like baby.
I do the holding.
Come here, baby.
I do the holding. Listen, you know what it is? I like to appreciate my time. I like to appreciate my time with a woman and all that.
I respect that.
Like, yeah, like keep it, like respectful, like intimate. Like, yeah, it gotta be different than any other time that you spend with any other person. So if I'm not feeling you, why am I gonna deal with you?
I feel that.
And if I feel you, why am I not gonna invest my mind, my time, my understanding into making us have the best possible time when tomorrow's not promised?
Ladies, he's a girlfriend nigga. Go get yourself a loyal man. Go get yourself a girlfriend, nigga.
6'3", say no. 516, say no. Nah. Listen, honestly, I'm focused on the grind right now, man.
As you should, bro.
Yeah, when you focus on the grind, like,
that's when
women will come.
Bro, I literally, bro, that's like, even in my relationship, bro, I literally was just grinding with music. I was fucking back and forth on the road. I was really just doing my thing, bro. No one could stop me. When I got with her, I told her, no one's gonna stop me. Nothing's gonna stop me. Just know this. This is my goal.
Got a nice one. Got a nice one.
Great one. Amazing one.
You feel me?
Ain't
nothing like
when you got a very lucky to find someone that was able to respect that and let me move how I wanted to move. And it there was never a time I felt that. There was literally never a time I felt like this girl held me back. Or
she back.
One time I said she got mad at me because I danced on a stripper, but it was for the show. I was doing a show.
You danced on a stripper?
I was doing a show.
Part of the energy.
Yeah, but she figured that. She learned that after I broke it down. But after that, like literally never, bro. And I feel that it was because I was grinding and I was just working and fucking on my shit. You know what I'm saying? But my man's looking for love, bro. He wants to feel you before he feels you.
What the? Nah, I ain't looking for love. Oh, I ain't dropped the insult on me too. Nah, listen, man. I'm looking for success, man. I appreciate.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm already done now. I already thought about it. I got a good one.
Yeah, you got a kid, man.
I got a good one. Hold on, I got a good one, man. I can't. I got a good one, man.
That's good, man. That's dope.
To a good one and all that. Great.
Tell her, yeah. Give her a little message.
Such a beautiful soul and a beautiful smile. I just want to give some a beautiful time. Such a beautiful soul and a beautiful mind. I just want to give some a beautiful time. Share with me. I know I did a stretch in the bing. Bear with me. 30-minute calls, feeling like you here with me. I don't cry, but if I did, would you drop a tear with me? Or maybe you could drop a tear for me. You don't gotta be my shorty to be there for me. It's a mind thing, not a mind, but a mind thing. Body locked, but my mind sing like a melody. You ain't gonna never be shit rich. That's what they telling me. Young, black, handsome, a couple felonies. The streets love me, that's forever though. These bitches love me, but that love don't make me better though. I got bitches, but I need a queen. I'm like Jordan, but I need a team. Or Coretta Scott King to believe in my dream. I'm wondering, would you dream with me? Then act with me? I got my back, but could you have my back with me? Fuck it. I got your back even if you don't got mine. How they gonna stop me? They can't stop time. Sitting in my bill side wearing a Dutch with so much I need to talk about, but no one I could trust. Let me stop playing.
How many joints did you rap to that? Like on the jail phone?
15. Like, no.
Yo.
No, one, man. You know what it is? I'm gonna be honest. Everything I write is specific. So especially like if I wrote that was for somebody. Like I'm not the dude that write one thing. This for everybody. Nah, this is connections.
I have a question.
What's up?
one more question before we get up out of here.
What up? Feeling like
how many jail girlfriends did you have? And I'm not talking about like a girlfriend, like a real girlfriend you had in the real world that you just got locked up with. I'm talking about those like little ugly girls that you had on the low that was sending you mad bread and doing all that, holding it, whatever you need to get on the outside down. Because I know how it gets. I know how tricky it gets.
Like, man, I'm gonna be honest, man. You don't know. You just say you ain't never been in jail, bro.
No, but I know a lot of niggas that was in jail, so I know the story. I know a lot of I know a lot of ugly bitches that was paying for a lot of
women bitches. Shout out to the women of the world. Shout out to the roses. I don't even call women bitches, bro.
My queens, these queens.
I mean, everybody don't gotta be a queen, but they can be a person, a rose.
Fine. When I speak, because I think I had this. We had this conversation last week. When I speak, I use it as like it's almost like a mass. It's like when I say niggas, I mean. I
know talking about the geysers.
Yes. So anyway,
yeah,
I know a lot of niggas that went to jail. Yeah, I know a lot of females that wasn't the best looking. That was holding some I'm talking about the most official niggas you met from out this way or whatever. Not even just out this way, just from where my travels. Yeah. Holding some of the most official niggas. I'm like, ooh, he fuck with you. Ooh.
Yeah, I wonder what clip y'all gonna cut up just use the promo.
Because I need to know.
I said never case like that. Yeah, but listen. First and foremost.
Oh man, first and foremost is about to be some bullshit.
What's up? Man. Listen, I appreciate beautiful women. I don't even use the word ugly to be honest. Like, nah. Because what is ugly?
You're right. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, but I also know that. All right, so is the standards. So all right, tell me this.
I like what I like.
No,
and I'm not lowering my standards. I'm not lowering my standards based on my circumstance or my situation. Because I'm not afraid to be alone and stand on my own.
So you telling me that the niggas I've seen, the official niggas I've seen, it wasn't due to the circumstance that they were in jail. They was fucking with these bitches on the outside.
Nah, I can tell you about me. I can't tell you about them.
Okay, because I feel like
especially if they're official, I ain't even gonna. I mean, I ain't even gonna step on nobody's toes. Maybe not
how much have you done, but how much have
I got deaded by mad bros when I was in the Bing. I deaded mad bros when I was in the Bing. Cause you're not gonna just give me anything. Oh, he in jail, he gonna take anything. Nah, I'm good money. I do this dolly. Right? So it had to be mutual understanding. Shout out to all the sisters that held me down, that kept it official with me. I had like 7 girls. So I'm keeping it stacked. There we go. I did 10 years.
How
much girlfriends you had over 10 years?
Fair. You're right.
So in jail, let me tell you, my mind frame in jail, we're gonna end on this note. My mind frame in jail was I did 10 years. So and I had to learn this over a period of time. Like, all right, if you do 2 years, because that's what you can handle, and you do a year, and you do 6 months, no, then I gotta appreciate that. Most dudes would be like, a shorty would ride a whole year with a dude, phone on, visits, like letters, consistently. And then if something happened and she leave, a dude be like, oh, fuck that bitch, ready to curse her out, not really understanding or not appreciating everything that she did for that year.
Yeah, she's gonna have to move on eventually.
It's not that she gotta move on, but I'm saying people are entitled to change their mind.
Yeah.
People are entitled to quit. How much people quit outside of here? People are entitled to want to do different things. So if you thought enough about me to work a job every day and send me money every other week or every month, take time out of your day when you working 8 hours, you may have a kid or whatever, to write me a letter and hop on that bus for 6 hours going one way and 6 hours going back and be on a visit with me for 8 hours, which is damn near a whole day, for any length of time, I'm not going to respect and appreciate you. I'm not built like that.
I feel that.
I respect it.
So you this nigga was giving out 10-day contracts.
You funny good. Yeah, that ain't giving me contracts.
That's fucking jokes. That's lit though. But yeah, man.
Thank you.
At this point,
anybody that shouted me out,
all the people that held him down, all the ladies,
everybody. Me and my bros, the lady, the queen, the roses. That's why I got the rose collection. BT, I ever told you about the rose collection?
Nah, put me on.
So rose, that's a part of my brand, but rose is I dropped a project called Rose Petals. Rose is an acronym that stands for rising over stagnating elements, and I call women roses because a real woman helps a man rise over stagnating
Facts.
elements, whether that's your wife, your shorty, your mom, your sister. They add on to whatever it is that you got going on.
Literally.
So I wanted to dedicate that to the women in my life because it was predominantly women throughout my life, but more specifically when I was in jail, I stood firm women. So I want to dedicate that to the women in my life and more generally all the women of the world. So I'm about to drop a new collection of the Rose collection, and I'm about to drop a new project for the show, these Rose Petals Part 2. Yeah, cause it's not enough love out here. It's too much gangster shit. It's not enough love for the beautiful roses, the beautiful queens out there. I'm gonna put something together for y'all. I know, like,
let's get it, man.
yeah.
But so rich, man. It's been real, dog.
Blessings.
That
It's been an honor, man.
You know what I mean? I learned a lot, you know what I mean? Definitely had some good fucking laughs. That last segment was really fucking funny. But yo, Ken.
Shout out to Freeport High School. Shout out to my young king, man.
Yo, shout out Freeport, man. Made a good guy, man. But what's your socials?
So Rich TV on the gram. So Rich TV on YouTube. 63180. Say nah.
That was crazy. But yo,
Ken,
get us up out of here, man.